Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and we are racing the clock against this windstorm, trying to get these videos done and ready for you before our power does most likely go out for just a little bit. Let's go ahead. We're going to be talking about Rairyuu. We're going to be talking about Leela EX. We're going to be doing some stat comparisons, some mock builds, and we're going to kind of showcase what I'm expecting to see here in the next couple of days and why I think, at least in Leela's case, you should really try to pull for her. Let's go ahead and dig in. Now, I have done full character builds on these videos in the past, or on these units in the past. This is not going to be a full character review. We're going to be going over their upgrades. We'll be talking about their stats and some of the differences that are going on with them and kind of how relevant they're going to be. So if you want the full breakdown, make sure you go check out those other videos. But for right now, Halloween Leela is a monster. Just looking at her stats, 580 magic, agility 66, 20% magic resistance, 50% resistance to disable, 50% resistance to silence, right? She was a monster when she was released in GL the first time. She was released early, and her EX is getting released early as well. Her magic is ranked 5th highest in the game. Her agility, 27th, dexterity, 97th, and luck, 44th. A lot of people were saying, well, her luck isn't that great anymore. Her luck is still up there, you guys. Like, just because her base luck is ranked 44th does not mean her luck is absolutely terrible. In our mock build, she had 6,100 HP, 6 defense, 18 spirit, 1,400 magic, 92 agility, dexterity 325, luck 398. I mean, once you're approaching 400 luck, with that additional plus 20 evasion here, and like this is not even with evasion gear on her, this is literally with like Galmia's cloak and zombie Rairyuu's TMR, right? It's just, she's gonna be good. She's gonna be good no matter what. She's gonna pair well with 2B. She's gonna pair well with Tifa. Like, there is no situation in my mind that she will not be good. Now, you are kind of probably wondering what synergy and what build I kind of did here. I did run Bahamut on her. Because personally, I'm going to be trying to run Typhoon with, 3-star Typhoon with Varouche, because I want to get Varouche to work really well with Halloween Leela. I did put on Halloween Leela's vision card of Typhon as well. Typhon, of course, originally released around Little Leela's release last year. I think if you are running in a mono wind party, you may want to be setting something like potentially Ildira's VC for the magic and the area resistance. You may want to consider setting Black Rose Helena VC for the plus agility, right? That agility, of course, does add to evasion, makes your units act faster. But for this situation, I just set the Typhon VC. Honestly, there's so many good combinations that you could probably run with Halloween Leela in terms of VCs here that I think you're going to be good. One of the more interesting things that kind of came out with Halloween Leela's information this year was the global upgrade to the Halloween Leela Frederica Rairyuu vision card. Now, what's interesting is this is an attack-based, earth-based vision card. However, Halloween Leela has a global exclusive effect on it, which is increases magic and increases healing potency. Now, that's particularly interesting to me because there's a couple of things going on here, right? It means that you could run Halloween Leela in a earth-based composition and still have Leela benefit from plus magic and plus healing potency. There's also something else to consider, that her counter ability was also upgraded. So previously it was 30% chance to counter all damage with a drain HP for 50%. Now it's an absorb HP 60 to 86%. And the absorb HP techniques are based off of healing potency. So you could get more healing back from the damage that you absorb from your opponent. So it's a situation where oddly, the Halloween VC that's coming out, depending on how much magic up it is, depending on how much healing potency up it is probably, even though it's attack based, could be the most viable to use with like Halloween Leela and maybe like Halloween Frederica, even though I think Halloween Frederica is like a not pull. it's like weirdly possible that it could synergize really well with her. And when you think about like triple Earth compositions as well, like the Halloween VC is just not good. And again, that video is coming later today, but you know, you have all these other great Earth VCs, and then you have this weird Earth VC that has Halloween Leela on it. I'm gonna be really curious what the magic up is for Halloween Leela and what the healing potency up is, because it's possible it could be really good in like a odd Earth-based composition. Looking at other things, her Iraga got upgraded from a small to a medium damage, which is huge. I literally was on stream the other night, and Gutsy, if you're watching this, dude, you were like, Halloween Leela's garbage. Holy shit, she's so good. Like an upgrade to Iraga 4 from small to medium, 165 modifier with a possibility of plus 45 on top of that, with a huge ass range. Oh, given that range +1 upgrade, I mean, how can you not love this? Height 2 Holy, interestingly enough, is also 165x modifier with an increased modifier of 60%. So even if that doesn't kill the opponent, you can upgrade to like Holy if it's like a single target ability. Or I guess it's still AoE, but if it's like a more targeted ability. Or you could go the other way. If your opponent is really high on Spirit, you could use her job level 25 ability with the Wind Accumulation attack, which increases Spirit penetration 50, 165% modifier, with a chance to be 45% if the level is a multiple of 3, and it has a plus 30% hit chance on the opponent. So like, this kit is insane with her. Like having, like the only thing she's missing is some form of barrier break, of some form of magic resistance break. And even then, I don't think she needs it. I really do not think she needs it. I think she's going to be a powerhouse. She's going to synergize well with Tifa and 2B. Like, convince me otherwise in the comment section, you guys. Like, go nuts down there. Call me out for being crazy. I have been waiting for Halloween Leela EX forever. Full life, a woo, like that's all that I want. Oh man, she's going to be so good. And then we got Halloween Rairyuu. Now, Halloween Rairyuu is difficult to quantify, I would say. Just looking at his stats, kind of some things that stand out. He has 15% magic resistance, 5% pierce resistance. He's weak to striking, right? So very similar to Halloween Frederica, who has a weakness to striking. He's going to get decimated by Tifa. Magic 520, HP 3800. He has passives that can drastically impact his HP and his defense. So like when you're building a mock build for him, like I did over here, it's kind of difficult, right? Because you want to build him to be like Magic Slash, but really he's almost like a brawler magic unit. Like he's a very weird, awkward unit to build. And so my mock build probably does not represent how he should be best built. I've built him many different ways in the past. Mostly in the past, I found that the best way to build him was to focus on magic exclusively, like buff his magic immensely and focus on ways for him to survive, essentially. His HP comes in 31st, magic in 20th, agility 68th, dexterity 60th, luck 33rd, and AP 19th. In our mock build, we had 6600 HP, defense 21, spirit 10, magic 1200, agility 89, dex 336, luck 325, spirit penetration plus 40, and AP 106. Halloween Rairyuu also has the unique problem that there's not an earth element VC that goes with him. You know, when you're putting a vision card on Halloween Rairyuu, very important that it has plus magic up, right? And there's no earth element VC until Final Fantasy 15 comes out that gives plus magic up, that gives a relevant party-wide ability. So you're probably going to be setting something like Black Rose Helena on him, or Ildira's VC to try and get like area of effect resistance or agility up for the party. He's in a very confusing spot because there's just no, like, this is the VC you set on him, right? He's very like almost like his kit and his build. He's a very confused child, right? Like it's hard to know how he's going to be built when you see him. Most people are going to sub Paladin on him because they want Immortal Spirit. You know, some people might sub Black Mage and put Zombie Rairyuu's TMR on and then just go like all magic. and try and like nuke people out with flare. I've seen some people might go the hazard slash build. Like there's just so many different things you can do, because whenever you have a Rune Knight or a Spellblade-esque character, you have a very high skill cap on how to use that character. I would say Spellblades, Rune Knights, characters of that type are mostly the highest skill cap units in the game, because you can either completely cripple yourself by putting on the wrong abilities, or you could make yourself extremely powerful by having VC synergies and Esper synergies that nobody ever thought of, because you're willing to think out of the box, right? So it's just one of those situations where like on his stats alone, it's hard for me to recommend EXing him. And it's also hard for me to recommend EXing him because the units that we know are coming, Noctis and Oberon, right? Noctis and Oberon are not going to party well with Halloween Rairyuu. They are not going to be like, you know, first of all, Oberon's Pierce, right? And that's just a whole thing on its own. Noctis's VC is gonna want to be set in the party, so maybe Halloween Rairyuu is that person. But Noctis's VC also buffs attack, so like you're in this situation where like, okay, my zombie Rairyuu is in a party now that's buffing attack and dexterity, but that's the only VC I could really put on because it has magic on it on Rairyuu. Like it's a weird situation, and there's weird synergies, and I feel like Earth is not at a point yet where he could really be viable. Maybe if you run him with like Kilfei EX potentially, and you know, holy cow, what's her name? Earth Element Scholar. Can't think of it off the top of my head, but Luel. Maybe if you paired him with those units, you could pull off like a magic Earth composition. It's just it's high skill cap, high kind of fluctuations in how you're going to utilize him. And honestly, in GL, with GL Zazan kind of is just a better unit to replace him. Halloween Frederica, just a better unit to replace him, and synergizes easier for people. So it's just, you know, Halloween Rairyuu is just like too little, too late, and we have too many global exclusives or exclusive units that have kind of overwritten his slot in the party, I feel like. He does get an upgrade to Sharp Mind, which, you know, is great. It gives him 12 defense more, gives him critical evasion 15. It's not going to change much, right? Especially when you have units running around with immense defense penetration. Hazard Slash gets upgraded to Hazard Seal, which is a counter seal, and it goes from a 25% HP drain to a 10% HP drain. We've seen these types of upgrades to like Stern and Ruin Stern, and honestly, I feel like they haven't done much. And I still hate these abilities that kind of drain HP. Devilish Sword, gonna break magic barriers for targets. Again, great ability, great that you can break magic barriers. Is it good enough though? Is a magic barrier break with 165% when you have other units that can break barriers? Or, you know, like how is having a magic barrier break going to help, you know, GL Zazan in your party? How is it going to help Oberon? How is it going to help Halloween Frederica? Like, it doesn't synergize fully very well with the other Earth units. And finally, of course, you're just going to sub Paladin for Immortal Spirit. I mean, honestly, if I was running GL Zazan, I have Halloween Leela up here, but if I was going to run GL Zazan, I would lean into Immortal Spirit, lean into his TMR, and just kind of put him out there as a distraction, is how I would run him. I would run him as like interference with, I actually think maybe Bikini Lilith would be a much better like team up with him. Like, throw Bikini Lilith in there, throw Zombie Rairyuu out there. Zombie Rairyuu can maybe survive enough, deal some damage while Bikini Lilith kills them. That might be a solution. But overall, I am not excited for Zombie Rairyuu. I think compared to Halloween Leela, he's very lackluster. His stat upgrades did not go all the way that they needed to. His upgrades to his abilities are, you know, tanking in comparison to like Halloween Leela's upgrades. Overall, hard skip for Halloween Rairyuu. And of course, you know, that 99 banner is going to come out where it's going to be like a 6k paid and you either get Halloween Leela or Halloween Rairyuu, and everybody's going to be upset because they're going to do it trying to get Leela and they're going to get Rairyuu. So for all of you out there, just know I called it right now, and I am sorry that that happened to you. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys had a great day today. Hope you guys are surviving the windstorm. I'm going to go ahead and make one more video, and hopefully when it's time to stream tomorrow and do polls tomorrow, I will have power back. So see you guys later and have a great rest of your day.